Hello everyone. Welcome to the channel, or welcome back to the channel. This is Divine Truth Tarot. This is a safe community and safe space where we discuss and come to a greater and deeper understanding of the divine counterpart connections, otherwise known as twin flames, otherwise known as divine feminine and divine masculine. So these are different than a soulmate connection, although if you are a higher level soulmate, you may find some resonance with my readings. In fact, I feel like you definitely will. So we talked a little bit yesterday on the video I posted on YouTube about the divine masculine energy, both within and without. So when I discuss the energies, I'm talking about the energies within and without, not just the divine masculine in the physical external world, because my goal is to have you come into inner union to reach that place of homeostasis, of internal balance, where you've balanced out your own feminine and masculine energies, and you understand that your counterpart is you. They are not separate from you. The illusion of separation that exists in the world is so incredibly profound. But the truth and spiritual truth, we are one with our counterpart. So I talk a lot about this in greater detail over on my Patreon channel. So a lot of you have joined just in the past week or two. Thank you so much for your support. And I want to just give a warm invitation and extension to anyone who hasn't joined to please check it out. I have 5 different tiers that I'm offering, starting at just $5 a month. Just know that for the $5 a month, it's more of a general support. So if you're looking to receive more readings, more insight, you'll want to start with the $10 a month. And then it goes up from there. And, you know, I'm going to be doing, for one of my tiers, I'm going to be doing mini readings here within the next week. So there are live videos that will be posted for some of the tiers. And for all of the tiers, I'm offering a writing workshop for the month of March 2021. And that's super exciting because we're going to dive deep into really what it means to reach inner union with ourselves. And I'm really excited about that. So come on over to Patreon. It's okay if you're late to the party. There's still plenty of room. Sign up, join us, and it's a great, safe, intimate space over there. And it's a great way to support myself and other creators who create these videos for you. Plus, all of the videos are ad-free, so you don't have to worry about ever having ads over there on Patreon. That's one of the main bonuses, in my opinion, because YouTube is just inundated with abs. I wish it gave me abs. Inundated with ads, and it can be extremely frustrating and annoying. So that's one of the reasons I created that, as well as a backup for YouTube, because we just don't know what's going to happen. So I go into greater detail on my own personal journey with my counterpart, as well as just my personal journey and what it means to be a divine feminine. So I'm really excited to continue sharing with you guys over there. And lastly, before we go into the cards here, if you're looking for a personal reading for the month of February, I do have those readings available, and I actually have plenty of spots available for February. So just shoot me an email and let me know. And I do have the Valentine's Day special, Love is Here Now is the code, and that's 20% off only until February 14th, which is this coming Sunday. Okay, guys, let's get started and let's tap into the energies of the divine feminine today. So I've already pulled a card from the How to Love Yourself deck by Louise Hay, and I really love this card. Lifetime after lifetime, I am a shining spirit, a beautiful light, a reminder that you are a never-ending soul, divine feminine, a reminder that whatever obstacles or challenges you're experiencing in this lifetime, this is just one lifetime out of many, and emotions are temporary. Love is forever. Love is eternal. You are eternal, but emotions are temporary. So if you're in this place that I was in January, where it felt like everything was upside down and it felt like you were going backwards in terms of your life, it's like we were being shown decades back. We were taken back into those feelings of what it felt to feel, that sense of shame or worthlessness, or unworthiness. Unlovability, all of those feelings were coming up again as we relived the past in a sense to really finally cleanse it once and for all. And if you didn't experience it last month, maybe you experienced it in December, maybe you are experiencing it now. And I just want you guys to know that you're not alone. I am always safe. I am eternal. This is really important for us to understand because this journey is so incredibly challenging. I will go on forever from experience to experience. So Divine Feminine, have no fear is the message that's coming through there, because you are an eternal being, an eternal soul. There's nothing to fear. There's nothing to worry about. And we have to be reminded on this journey, especially during times of separation, of any sort of separation from our counterpart, that we are never separate from them, that they are, in essence, an extension of us. They are us and we are them. So let's just remind ourselves of that spiritual truth. So as I'm shuffling here, the angel guide cards or guidance oracle, this flew out. So a reminder of the blessings and abundance that are on their way to you, Divine Feminine. Tune in to that inner light that you carry, that inner spark. I feel like you may have felt, Divine Feminine, over the past year, even through 2020, and all of these global events, you may have felt like you lost your inner light. And this is just here to remind you of the infinite divine spark that you are, to not lose your light, and to understand that you are here with a deeper divine purpose. And that deeper divine purpose is here to not only teach you, but it's here to teach others as well. And the blessings cannot be blocked. It may be feeling like they're temporarily blocked, but this is just temporary. It's just an obstruction of justice is what I'm hearing. So justice will be coming in to these connections, and expect more ease and grace here in the month of February, Divine Feminine. Expect there to be just an easiness about, as you go about your day, as you go about your life, as you go about your it's the day-to-day, like the mundane things. Just expect there to be more, less obstacles, less challenges, especially as we come out of Mercury retrograde in the latter half here of February. Even though we'll be in the shadow, I think, until the beginning of March, we'll at least be coming out of Mercury retrograde. But Mercury retrograde doesn't have to be feared. It's a divine time where we get to go back, rewind, reassess, reevaluate things. And I'm finding that to be really comforting right now, because it's like we get to slow down a little bit, and we get to maybe just focus on being. That came up in the reading yesterday for the Divine Feminine. Just focus on being, sitting still and allowing things to come to you rather than trying to force something. Interesting. Of course, as I say that, we have take charge and action. So for a minuscule few of you, for a very few of you, I'm hearing maybe 5 or less, you're going to be called to take action this month. But I feel like not until the later part of the month, the latter part of the month, because again, you don't really want to take any action, especially legalities, any sort of legal action or signing papers or signing anything. You don't really want to, or leaving a job or a relationship, because it tends to be temporary when it's in Mercury retrograde. Not a great time to get married either. Those relationships tend not to last. And those jobs, the severance or the acceptance of a job will tend not to last as well. So decisions tend to be temporary. So I would say in the later part or even early March, like I'm hearing March 1st is the green light to go ahead and take charge. And then recognize that whatever you're moving through right now is a learning experience, that it doesn't have to be considered so dramatic, so drastic, and even so negative. Now, the masculine energy is moving through what I can only call another ego death and another dark night. And so they are currently being healed by the divine, and they are experiencing this extremely... There's a dark energy to the divine masculines right now, as they... they're still in the divine masculine energy within us, and the physical divine masculine still feels as though there's sort of a cloud over them. They still don't have the clarity. They may be receiving it, but they don't have that full clarity. They're going through, and they're going through a transformation. I feel like this is also saying that they're learning that the cloud will part, the sun will shine again, and they're being just inundated with this healing energy, especially Archangel Raphael. Archangel Raphael governs loving relationships, loving intimacy, and reminding the divine masculine of their inherent lovability. We also have for the divine masculine, earth and ground. So divine masculine is being asked to really ground their energy right now. And they do this really well because they are a divine masculine, and being a divine masculine, they do prefer to exercise their power in the 3D world. That's what they know. That's what they acknowledge. That's what they tend to be more gifted at. Whereas the feminine does the work in the 5D realm, in the creative realms. The masculine tends to do most of their work here in the lower realms, or not the lower realms. This would be, in shamanism, they would call the 3D world, the physical world, the middle realm, the middle world. And the divine feminine hangs out in the upper world, so to speak. But of course, we all, we alternate these roles, okay? It's not like we are always in 5D, they are always in 3D. And we've seen this happen even recently when both twins were pretty rooted in the 3D. Wow, some Pentacles energy, Earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn coming up for the feminines. So yeah, feminines right now, as the masculine, inside of you, the inner masculine is grounding and earthing. The masculine in the 3D world as well, in the inner masculine as well as the 3D masculine, is definitely working on things behind the scenes. You're working on your career. I'm hearing charisma also, like putting more charisma into what you do. This could be a passion project. You're mixing potions. So you're putting a little more magic and spice into what it is that you do. And you're really wanting to change things up. This is my card of burning the midnight oil, where you cannot be distracted. Feminine, you're on point, you're on target. You won't allow yourself to be distracted by anyone or anything. And I love that energy because to me it symbolizes your devotion to your mission. Okay, so devotion to the mission for the feminines. And 10 of Pentacles, this is you. This is what you're seeking. Now, many of you are going to be experiencing dreams right now in the dream state where you're feeling this energy of what it would feel like to, like, soulmates may be coming in for you. And I talked about this over on Patreon in more detail, that a lot of masculines are coming in for the feminines. So soulmates may be coming in for the feminines. And as that happens, either in dream state or 3D or a mixture of both, you're being reminded that you are worthy of this happy ending. And you're being shown that this is sort of a glimpse into the future, that this is going to happen for you feminines. This is something the feminine needed to know. The feminine was feeling extremely, almost like love had forgotten about you, like you were left behind. And that's what I feel like I know I went through in January. I experienced a really beautiful dream that I'm going to be sharing over on platform and the other over on Patreon, just because it's more private. A very beautiful dream with a soulmate coming through, just so loving, so pure, and so reassuring. So I'm wondering if some of you are having the same experiences. Ace of Pentacles for the masculine energy, Page of Wands. This is, of course, the energy. This is beginnings and the physical. So yes, as the masculine earths and grounds, they're working on these new beginnings in the physical. So the masculines don't like to come forward with empty hands. And I've said this several times. They want to come forward when they actually have something concrete to offer the feminines. So the Ace of Pentacles is, I want to offer her something, some sort of stability. I want to be grounded when I come in. They don't want to be all over the place. So if your masculine has lost their job, which a lot of them did in 2020, or went through a demotion, or just a loss of financial stability, it's likely that they're sort of MIA right now, either energetically or physically or both, because they don't want to come in with that energy. They don't want you to feel like they need something from you. They want to be able to offer something. They really want to do things right again, whereas in the past, they weren't able to do what was right because They didn't have, their hands were not empty of yesterday. Their hands were not empty of the past. So there's some recalibration going on, I feel, with the divine masculine energy, because Page of Wands, you know, both of these cards indicate a fresh start, you know, starting off. Look, he's starting off on his journey. He looks really prepared, but I do feel like, you know, there's a curiosity here, and there's sort of this, there's an underlying apprehension, but on the surface, the ego's like, I got this, I can handle this. The ego is coming forward pretty strongly in this card saying, you know what, I can do anything. I don't have anything to worry about. So there's a little bit of ego here with the Page of Wands, but there's also this fiery, like, freshness that is sweeping through the masculine's lives and the land of the masculine. You'll be feeling this internally as well, where it's like you just want a fresh start, a fresh slate with some of your projects, and you want to just start already. Like you're tired. The masculine in all of us is tired of waiting, is tired of planning, is tired of sitting back and doing nothing. You're ready to take some action and to move forward. The Wands energy deals with spirituality and the spirit realm. So the masculine energy is calling on guides. The masculine energy is calling on ancestors and is calling on the highest version of self to really get things moving. So it's almost like I'm hearing lighting a fire under their ass. And maybe you can relate with your inner masculine. Let's look into the union energy here. Union energy, a lot of you may be feeling extremely fatigued right now, extremely fatigued, needing a lot of extra rest. Four of Swords is the energy of wanting to curl into oneself and sort of not be seen by the outside world, just to crawl into bed and rest. So if you're feeling that energy, guys, it is a heavier energy. Nine of Swords, also sleepless nights, insomnia. There is some betrayal energy and the collective energy for the union energy. There is this sense of like feeling like neither of you are sleeping well without the other one. So if you're not sleeping well, your masculine is also not sleeping well. They're dreaming of you. They're trying to get to you in dream state. They feel like they can't get to you. You know what's wild on this journey is the masculines feel like they can't get to the feminines, and the feminines going, I'm right here. I've always been here. Where do you think I am? I've always been here. But the masculine feels like I can't get to you. And so they're feeling, there's still a sense of hopelessness. You know, there's both counterparts sort of being heartbreak and heartache and feeling like you've been sort of, someone's put a knife or several knives through your heart, and it's like you just can't see how this is all going to work out. I still have residual remnants of this from January, and it sucks. You know, but we're working through it, and we're healing, and you're growing, and a year from now everything is going to be different. And 6 months from now everything is going to be different. The sun is going to shine again. There's going to be some sort of recognition here. So I do feel like these connections are going to be coming out of the woodworks and coming into the light, because this is recognition. It's also giving to those who are less fortunate. So it's also being able to, as you know, on your mission and in this union energy of when you're both on mission together, being able to give back to the community, being able to give back to humanity. That's a huge, huge reason why Twin Flames are incarnated at this time, so that we can assist others. There is, you know, the Five of Wands here, which we see 5 women, and they all have sort of competing ideas, competing efforts, but I always see this as sort of arguing with yourselves. But what I'm picking up on here for this reading is there could be some third parties, fourth parties, fifth parties. There could be, and again, I feel like the masculine is picking up on this with the feminine and feeling like, oh, there's competition. So the masculine feels a sense of urgency and desperation, but also a sense of hopelessness. So it's like they're a bit frozen right now as to what to do and how to get to the feminine, because they do feel like she's left them out in the cold. Many feminines have walked away, and the masculine feels like that door is shut forever. And it doesn't matter what you may have said to the masculine. They're just feeling like this is done. It's over. She cut me out. How do I come forward? How do I redeem myself is what I'm hearing. Knight of Wands. So this is the energy of a fire dragon coming through, wanting to set fire to things, set blaze to things that are no longer working. Again, I feel like this is the energy here with the Page of Wands, you know, the Ace of Pentacles. This is that energy of that fresh start, that new beginning, wanting to take control, wanting to take back control of one's lives and one's decisions, and really feeling tired of, you know, competing with yourself and feeling like, I don't want to compete with other people, like other masculines, other feminines. There's a lot of illusion still in the collective, in the union energy. And I feel like that is definitely contributing to the energy here of needing lots and lots of rest, of wanting to just sort of step away from friends and family and from the public eye at this time, and just really both counterparts sort of unsure what comes next, because you're both feeling the pain of separation in whatever form of separation you may be in, whether it's karmic partners that are separating, whether it's separation, you know, separation because of the pandemic, you know, different cities, different states, different countries, even different religions, different cultures. There's family, there's, you know, friends, there's work, there's all sorts of, you know, addictions that may come into play. There's all sorts of karmic influences that we are really, you know, the feminine worked through a lot of these last year, and the masculine's working through that this year. Guys, this is beautiful. I just pulled out for future energies the sun. I knew the sun was going to come out, because remember I said the sun will shine again, because I was feeling that, and I was hoping that it would come out to validate that feeling. The sun will shine again on these connections. There is some positive influences that are overlooking these connections, okay? Guides and healing energy and a transformation. This is all a learning experience, and it's painful. The unknown, you know, it's like there's a big question mark in your connection right now, and it's very scary, but just understand that the sun will shine again. And the King of Pentacles, that's the masculine, showing up very strong, very firm, very stable, very sturdy, and very much in his inner knowing that this is what I want, this is what I desire, and this is what I shall have, and this is what I'm going after. No more indecision. So this is what's coming out on the other side of these energies. Guys, I'm going to go into more detail over on Patreon either today or tomorrow for this reading. And I send you guys a lot of love. I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday, or it could be Thursday, wherever you are in the world. I have to run now, but take great care. Thank you so much for joining me on this channel, and I'll see you for a private reading. I'll see you on Patreon. I'll see you here for another reading. And thank you to all of my moderators, as always, for your support and for your comfort that you provide to other people. Shine your light, feminines. I'll see you soon.